Hey folks, welcome to Guitar Daily. So it was just a little loop I was messing around with the Boss SY1 synth pedal to make a little bass line. Did a little loop on the FM9. It's got a pretty good looper, you know. It's kind of useful for that. And then I just improvised a little thing over the top of it. I'm all rugged up, warm. This is pretty cold here at the moment. So yeah, it's winter in Wellington. That's how it goes. So this is Guitar Daily. This is my daily thing I do on YouTube. It's videos about music and stuff. Today I thought I'd talk about improvisation. What is improvisation? There's so many myths around improvisation. And I thought, let's discuss a couple of these and kind of try and add some clarity to this conversation, right? Would you say that thing at the beginning there was improvised, what I did? I mean, I would consider that improvised, right? Yet I played so many licks that I play. And it's such a myth that people have about improvisation is that you have to make it all up. Like, for example, if I play something like this, right? That's a kind of classic blues type lick. Right? Another kind of classic sort of blues lick. And you sort of go, well, if those are classic blues licks, am I actually improvising? And I like to think of it like language, right? When I speak, I'm not making up words. I'm stringing together words I already know to express myself. And I think improvisation is the same thing. If I play something like, right? I didn't necessarily make that up. It's built off the pentatonic. I'm implying this sort of thing. It's got a flavor. It's an idea that I've kind of used before and probably got from some record or something, but I'm repurposing it for my own intentions. I think that's one of the biggest myths about what improvisation is that people think improvisation means you make it up. Well, yes, to a degree, but also I think really it means stringing together ideas you already have. It's about expression, isn't it? And I think one of the key things, if you keep that in mind, that's a really useful thing, right? Because I can think about something like a lick like this. I'll do that again. One more time. Right, so there's a lick that's kind of, I don't know where it came from, I don't remember. It sounds like a kind of classic sort of blues type thing. But now I can kind of work on making it my own. Instead of, maybe I could go, and it's slightly different now. Subtle difference, but a difference. Right, maybe I could go, right, maybe I could go. So different kind of rhythmic value about it. So I'm taking something that's essentially someone else's improvisational language and I'm morphing it to become my own, right? And that's the part that's improvisation, I think. Even if you're taking, someone else's ideas. Now, there are people who probably improvise more than others. Someone like Wayne Krantz is someone who comes to mind. Wayne, when I hear him play, I don't hear him ever play the same thing twice. Maybe he does kind of things like that. John Scofield's another one like that. That guy plays, a lot of his stuff is very fresh, and every time I hear him, it's slightly different. It's never quite the same. I get the impression that both of those musicians come into it with an open page. And one way you can work on that is kind of by playing freely. Now, I'm not necessarily suggesting free jazz. That's a certain thing too. But just choosing a key and just going open page on it, open blank page, if you will. I'll give you an example. So this, I'm just going to choose a key like G minor, right? Because that track in the beginning that I played over the loop thing was in G minor. So I'm going to take a G minor thing and I'm just going to explore something. I'm going to have no plan, no nothing. I'm just going to start somewhere. I'm going to start on a D note. And then here, maybe I feel like going down in pitch. And then here I might go, I don't know. There I felt like playing two notes. I'm just going to explore some territory. So there I just kind of explored G minor-y type things, and I was sort of looking for some notes in between, and seeing what they felt like to play those certain notes, right? Because in that instance, I'm trying as much as possible to improvise, right? Instead of play set licks. And the thing I find by doing exercises like this, for me, I call this playtime. So in various schedules I've done over the years, I'll just put a little bit of free playtime to whatever I want to do. And I just kind of explore it and see where it goes. And see kind of how things make me feel. Like if I play these two notes together. I'm just going to descend down. Now maybe I'll explore some add ninth type sounds like you would have heard earlier. And there's no reason why your free time can't be things like that, where it's essentially I'm falling into a groove and I'm trying to make musical things. So I think the thing with improvisation is it's worth considering that it can be set things, not necessarily predetermined beforehand, because then that becomes a composed solo, but set things as in like licks that you might play. But it can also be completely just off the cuff, that you're just going for things. It can be all kinds of factors, and it's worth exploring all of them and seeing what happens. And the whole idea with this is that what I'm aiming for is I'm preparing myself for the heat of battle, right? Like if I go into a gig and whatever might happen, if I know G minor and I know a lot of possibilities in there, then when we're playing in G minor and maybe the sax player plays something and I go, oh, okay, I hear that, then I can play something that suits it because I've explored it, right? And same with my solos, like I'll be chasing something and maybe the drummer will play a fill that's, groups of 5 or something, and I go, okay, well, that I heard that as groups of 5, so now I'm going to go. And I'll sort of chase a group of 5 or something, you know what I mean? But I've got that language developed in my playing so that when something presents itself, I've got the tools to use it. So that's a lot of my goals with improvising. So I just thought, I could share some thoughts about improvisation, because I think there's so many myths around this stuff that are not necessarily helpful. So hopefully that's been useful. If it is, please subscribe. I post every day on YouTube. So I'll play out with some improvised stuff. I'm just going to choose a key. I'm going to choose A minor. Haven't done that yet. So let's go A minor. I'm just going to explore a couple of ideas. Hopefully you'll dig.